Known to many as one of the former faces of popular youth channel Vuzu, Shelton Forbez is more than just a talented TV presenter. He's a singer, he's a dancer and actor, and is involved in community development through a monthly event called New Melody with Voice of Verse. Having released his hit single, Butterfly, as well as Smoke, the singer is set to release yet another hit single this month. And Shelton joins us to discuss his journey in the industry across many fields, as well as to talk about what South African audiences can expect from his talents. Shelton,
Baba,
pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
And, you are, within a short period of time, still relatively young. Yes. But I see they mentioned when you started as a teenager.
Yeah,
at 15.
Yeah,
so
14.
14 for that.
Yeah.
So you've been in the industry for some time.
I have.
Started early.
I have.
Yeah.
I think it was definitely for me like the 14-year-old until like I think 19 years. It was a lot of featured work, right? Like a music video or an advert or like a featuring role on like Generations or whatever.
Yeah, but if you're a teenager, you're using words like feature. Like featuring.
Exactly, and you learn so much. And so I was just fortunate enough for dancing to introduce me to television through adverts, and then that's how acting picked up. And obviously I've always sang and danced. That was always like just a fun thing that I loved doing.
Yes.
But then the mainstream definitely caught on with Vuzu in 2014.
Sure.
And that's when everything like took off mainstream-wise, and that's when everything switched up.
I want to go back to 14 because at 14 you are still a minor. You don't take your own decisions.
Yeah.
And to be featured, how do you get to be featured? How you get because parents or relatives or guardians have got a say over where you get featured. You see, because people can say, Shelton, be careful, don't hang out with the wrong crowd at Generations. The kind of stuff they put on television is not good for a 14-year-old. Yeah.
But Tim, my mom was very, very, very like. I think she was very tolerant with me, and she allowed me to do what I wanted to because I think she saw that I wanted to do it and I loved it. You know what I mean? It wasn't for a bad intention. Yes, I liked like dancing for the girls, but like that's normal for a 14-year-old to dance for that reason. And that's really all it was. And I was literally rehearsing, like this is our flat and the studio was right there, so they always could see me.
Yes.
And then Tux Nganga actually came to our area in Orange Grove, and he came to our studio and he saw us dance and he was like, yo, can you guys dance in my music video? And that's when everything took off. And Kwela Tebza, Danny K, everyone got in contact. So it all spiraled, but my mom really just allowed me. And so I think that has made me, I think, much more like disciplined than if she was to hold me back from it. Because then when she lets me
But where
loose,
did the money go, you see? Because that's an important part for a 14-year-old. Did it go to your mother or did it go to you? Oh,
sneakers.
Man.
Yeah. And like,
I thought
going out, I had a lot of fun. Look, I started very early with like having fun and stuff, and that's why for me right now, my career is very important to me. That's why I'm able to do so many different things, because that is my primary focus. It's not about the going out partying, being seen all the time. For me now, it's about like the work that I put out, that is what's gonna make me last.
Sure.
It's not gonna be the whole being in the club all the time. I'm glad I started at a young age, and I learned a lot.
Yeah, I thought, because if some parents would say it's a give or take.
Exactly.
You do the dancing, I collect the money.
Exactly.
So
no, well, okay, I won't lie to you. I used to obviously, like, I love spoiling my family, so I like buying my little brother stuff. But my mom and dad would never ask me for money.
Oh, okay. They were happy.
I would still ask for money even though I had.
So you just got so much money and you still go back to them.
Yeah.
Where's that Generations check, by the way? Did you share it with them or no?
Nah.
Okay. Well, television comes via what? The videos? That's how you got recruited? Or
No. Actually, I was supposed to do Big Brother.
Yeah?
And then my older brother was working multi-choice, so it was conflict of interest.
Yeah, okay.
And so they cut me.
Yeah.
And then
You cried and...
Look, I was. It was such a difficult period for me because my dad passed away in that same period.
I'm sorry about that.
So, no, it's all right. And so for me, that was more my focus. And it kind of like just like reminded me what was more important.
Yes.
And out of nowhere, they just called me again. They were like, listen, we loved you from the Big Brother audition. Please can you come screen test for Vuzu? Because we're getting a new show.
Yeah.
And then I came through and It was like a whole 2 months of just grinding and workshopping. They didn't give me the answer. They just kept saying, come back tomorrow, come back tomorrow. And I was like, guys, this has been like 2 months of coming back tomorrow. And then all of a sudden, they just called me one Friday. They were like, yo, you got it. And just as soon as I got Vuzu, I was busy shooting Shreds and Dreams for SABC1. So everything just happened at once. So it was really amazing. So I think my dad went for a reason.
You've got a new single coming out soon, or is it out
It's
already?
already out,
Because I suspected so, that I'm always late when it comes to these things. I got to hear about them 3-4 years
You gotta
later.
download my music, bro.
Yeah? What's the latest track called?
Smoke.
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 Okay.
As you see, I have so much respect. I don't want to just talk about these things to you. Can I talk to you about this? You comfortable with it?
I tell you,
You got that side.
I do, and I understand. I can tell you stories of certain musicians and what they did when they were inspired, and some of the things, I'm not sure myself whether you can tell them here. As long as it does not contain profanity and it does not undermine anybody out there, you can take me into confidence.
Yeah, basically.
What is it?
So
What is the story?
It was about my ex.
Yeah, what about it?
And she came for my birthday.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to write a song
Yeah.
around that.
Yeah.
So now, you know, the nightlife is associated with alcohol, and I'm not a big supporter of that.
Right.
But I would smoke a electric cigarette or a Hubley, which is much more. So I had to associate smoke, and that's like the easy thing to relate to for the nightlife. But it has nothing to do with.
Is this a way of trying to get her back, or not necessarily? It's just a memory. Okay, well, Smoke is dedicated to you. Please make a comeback. Shelton, you know, it's his own way of saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's not. You must listen to the song. That's
Just his way of saying, I'm sorry.
It's a really, YFM calls it a sexy song.
Okay. It's called a sexy song. Smoke, title of the song. Shelton Forbez, our guest, and much appreciated. Everything of the best to you, right?
Thank you, so appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And I hope you enjoyed our interview and the program tonight. And from us, good night to you.
I be out here chillin' with the ballers. Shawty busted open for some jumpers. She tryna get lit till it's jumpers. She brought the whole team, that's a bonus. My homies pulling up with the roof gone. Shawty got a look swag too strong. I know I'm going in like a tampon. Holla at the fatty. Shawty, she like it, she calling me over. Out in the east, so we never hung over. Ass her so fast, so I'm sleeping her over. I hit it one time and she know that it's over. Baby, do your thing. Out here with your girls, you ain't got nowhere to